Let's be 100% honest. Our society is nothing like it used to be. Compare today's society to society 100 years ago to hell, even 50 years ago, and you will see that it is very changed. I'm not a time traveler, so I couldn't tell you how it was to live in the 50s or the 60s. But look at video footage and photos from that era. People look so much more happy, so much more fulfilled. Now take it a step further and go talk to an elder who grew up in these times and listen to them talk about the good old days. It really makes you feel like you missed out on life. I mean, listening to an old person talk about how they went to school, bought a house, found the love of their life, and had 5 kids by 30.
You're pregnant?
Really makes you envy them. Today, this dream is so hard to achieve that most people just take one look at it and settle for less. But even though it's harder today, it doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means we have to work smarter to achieve our dreams compared to people 100 years ago. However, that topic is for a different video. Today we are talking about why it is so much harder in today's world to achieve what people did 100 years ago. I've boiled it down to 3 reasons, being the creation of social media, mass migration, and the big push to be part of an obsolete education system. Firstly, when talking about the creation of social media, we have to look at the implications it had on the job market. In the early ages of the internet, people thought it would fail or be a dud. But as the internet gained more and more traction, employers saw an opportunity. Why be limited to hiring people in the local area that may be less skilled than someone in a different area? Why not hire the best workers all over the world and use the internet to connect them? And that's exactly what they did. Nowadays, your location isn't limiting your employment and ability to make money, so there's an incredible amount of opportunity compared to 100 years ago. However, it's a double-edged sword, because now instead of competing with 100 people in your area for a job, you are now competing with essentially anyone in the world who wants employment. This creates insane competition for jobs. You need to be the best and most qualified on your resume to not be auto-filtered out by an AI, and even if you get past that step, you most likely will not even get the job because there's always someone with a little bit more qualification or a little bit more charisma than you. It creates this rat race-like dynamic where everybody only cares about themselves and is just trying to climb to the top. Is that an environment worth wasting our lives for? This same principle can also be applied to modern day dating. Because of the internet being available all over the world now, we have an unlimited number of romantic partners we can be with in this time. But again, it's a double-edged sword. You are now competing with every other person on the internet for a partner. If you are bad looking or don't fit someone else's standards perfectly, you will be skipped. We don't even view humans with flaws as real people when we interact with them online. We just see them as an inconvenience and block them. This modern world desensitizes people and encourages narcissism. Compare modern dating to dating 100 years ago. Sure, there were less options, but you didn't have any of the competition that exists now. You found a partner, married, and had kids. It was simple. You really can't blame people for wanting more than they have either. If you have an ugly girlfriend and you're on Insta seeing beautiful girls, of course you're not going to be satisfied. Now moving on to mass migration, it would be stupid not to bring up competition as well. Now, instead of competing with the people in your local area plus the internet, you are also competing against immigrants coming to your area. This is in all parts of life too. Jobs, romance, housing, and healthcare. Housing, especially in Canada where I live, has gone out of control. If you look at houses in Toronto, basically the main city of Canada, you will see the piece of shit dog-ass houses being listed for $2 million because the demand for housing has gone so high due to immigration. It makes it so hard to work at life, trying to be successful, when this is the shit we are working for. Essentially working to be poor and barely survive. Mass immigration is also the reason why society today is so untrusting. People 100 years ago knew all of their neighbors because most of them were all the same race and culture. This made it easier to find partners, friends, and feel like a part of a community in general. Fast forward to now, can you even remember the last time you greeted your neighbor? These differences in culture have made everybody untrusting of everybody else. The last reason why our dreams were so much easier to achieve 100 years ago compared to today is because of the push to be part of an obsolete education system. And of course, I'm talking about college. I'm gonna keep this point simple. The push for everybody to get a college degree over the past 100 years have made it worth nothing. The same way a high school diploma is worth nothing. It's the norm, so it doesn't mean anything to hold on anymore. Not many people went to college 100 years ago, so getting a degree that not many people had made you a valuable employee. The only degrees worth getting now are those that will take countless years of your life away, along with giving you hundreds of thousands in debt. These could include trying to be a lawyer, doctor, engineer, or basically anything STEM. These raise your chances of actually getting employment. Not many other degrees are worth it. Even computer science degrees are starting to be worth nothing, as it is such an inflated degree that so many people hold one without even using it for employment. And the issue is that over the past 10 years, this issue with college degrees being worth less has been more and more apparent. But instead of high schools and education institutions, as they're called, trying to help students adjust adjust to the changing world. They give the same old advice that's been broadcasted for the last 100 years. College is your only chance in life. Nothing else will work. Go to college and fill up our pockets. We don't care if you enjoy your life and follow your dream. We don't give a fuck if you live or die. Just pay your tuition. That's all I gotta say today. You guys have a good day.